back like I never left. As you can see, we have a special guest here. What's your name?
What's up, everybody? My name is Marcus Azale, and Kayla's husband, and I'm a special guest.
So we lit today, as you can tell by the title. This is our first ever mukbang. I actually don't like that word, but I don't have another word to call it, so we're just gonna call it mukbang. And we're just gonna be vibing out, talking to y'all about us, me, him, our how we got married, how we met each other. So I hope that you guys consider subscribing, stay tuned, and we're just gonna vibe out. But before we start, I want to show y'all the food we got. So I got sushi from this spot called Yamashin's. It's good. It's usually really good. So I got an earthquake sushi roll and a spicy salmon roll.
Oh, that looks
so
good.
That's how it looks.
Boom.
Boom.
Pizzazz. I bet. What we got?
And we also got some avocado salad. It's really good. It looks just like a bunch of avocados, but it's actually avocados and like crab and some type of sauce. It's really good. And then I got some cheesecake.
Everybody loves cheesecake.
Everybody loves cheesecake.
What I have is a special Korean dish called bulgogi. Now, what bulgogi is it's pretty much beef, but it's cooked to taste delicious.
Oh,
it's like smoked, delicious barbecue beef, pretty much.
Okay.
It's good. It's good. She's Japanese. I'm doing Korean.
Yeah. So we got us a nice little Japanese Korean mukbang going on. Okay, so if y'all hear background noise, our puppy is right beside us in her house. She's been being very bad today. So she's in her house for right now, keeping her contained in one spot. So
Peed twice.
Yeah. In the house. And she know better. And she's like almost fully potty trained. I don't know what she's doing. But we're gonna nip down the bed. So she's in her house. If you hear her moving around, that's her. Don't pay her no mind.
Yeah.
So we're gonna vibe out. We're gonna start eating.
Ready?
Yes.
Mushy.
We gotta pray.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to be Japanese.
If
there are any Japanese people on this, I hope I ain't offend you because I do not know what that means. It just sounds like something I've heard in a TV show. Okay, you ready?
Okay, we're gonna pray. Dear Heavenly Father, God, we thank you for this food.
Thank
Let
you,
it
Jesus.
Nourish our bodies. God, remove any toxins, oh God. Let it bless, purify, sanctify this food in Jesus' name. God, we thank you for bringing us together. God, let those who are watching and here with us, let them have a great year, oh God,
Yes,
in
Lord.
Jesus' name. Thank you, Father God. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. So grab a snack. You know, we're going to chit-chat with us. We're going to vibe out. So funny story about prayer, actually. I definitely try to pray over my food often, but I actually learned this trick. Not a trick, but from somebody I know, Mr. Hagen's Conyers. If you watching this, I love you, man.
Did you just put this man on what?
He the VIP. That's where I learned it from.
Hey.
Y'all, when I was younger,
Shout out to you, sir.
He had prayed a prayer over his food for the whole year. And I just thought that was the smartest concept ever because I'm like, what if you forget you don't pray over your food? Like, what's going to happen? So yesterday I prayed over prayer over the rest of my food. I prayed a prayer over my food for the rest of my life. So I always be set just in case I forget. So I don't know. Funny story, y'all. So let's dig in. We're going to try this. So I got the spicy. This one is a spicy salmon.
Ooh.
Right? That's one I got?
Yeah, you got earthquake and spicy salmon.
Okay, yeah.
It was very good.
So this is how it looks, you guys.
Boom.
Good evening.
Eat up. Get your plate right now. Put your plate on your dinner table. Eat with us. If it ain't dinner time, pause. Watch this. Nah, I'm just joking. I'm joking.
Oh my gosh. It's really good, y'all. It's like that. You want some of my sushi?
I would love a piece.
Which
I would
one?
love a piece. That one.
This one?
That one. Yeah. Thank you.
So
Would you
y'all,
like to use some of my special sauce? It's good.
No, thank
Just
you.
dip it in it. It's good. Try it. Yeah, look.
Not bad. It's a little. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what sauce. What is this? Soy?
It's called Goya.
Not bad. So we're gonna talk. Okay. Who are you?
Marcus Azale.
Tell them about what's your nickname?
A few people call me a couple different things. Look, if you know me from the yard, I go by Mac Man. Mac. That's what they call me. But, you know, if you don't know me from the yard or whatever, I'll go by Kosi.
Okay.
It's my little nickname.
How old are you?
You're really sharp. Man, I am 24 years old, bro.
Say it again so the people can hear you.
I am 24 years old. Dang, you got me saying my government, my age.
Okay. 24. Okay, can you tell them what you do? And what's your hobbies? Like, what do you do for work? And then what are your hobbies?
For starters, I like eating.
Yeah.
I enjoy eating.
We're some foodies, y'all. I just think food is one of those things that just, it can bond you or break you. Like, are you trying to get some food? You can be mad at each other, with a beefing, get some food. Y'all friends again. No, baby, I'm good.
Have some.
Thank you. So yeah, we're some foodies. So you say you like to eat.
I like to eat. What I do for a living is classified, my brother. It's classified. But what I can tell you is I work on aircraft carriers. That's all I can say. I do inspections. I'm in the inspection business.
Cool.
That's all I can tell you.
What's your hobbies? Because I heard you was an artist.
An artist?
That's true or false?
Like a rapper?
I don't know. I just said artist. What does that mean to you? Like,
well, I do a little bit of painting. No,
he really do, y'all. He can draw like so well.
a little bit. She does me honor. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm a rapper sometimes, but now I don't really be rapping like that. I just be rapping for the mirror, rapping for the shower. I don't have one. I think I'm just Kosi now. I used to go by King Coast, but I'm just Kosi now.
Look his music up, y'all. It's fire.
African American Part 1 is on, it's on, what's it called?
iTunes.
iTunes.
It's on iTunes. It's on everything.
And Spotify. Thank her for the plug. She raps too. She may not want y'all to know that, but she's a rapper as well. And an artist. She sings, she raps. What else she do?
You tell me?
And she draws.
No, I can't draw well.
See, you told them to tell. You told me to tell her.
Can I draw well? I can draw some mean stick figures though.
But she podcasts and she vlogs and she has this beautiful, amazing YouTube channel. Y'all need to share more of her content and watch my girl stuff, please.
Okay. So he's artsy, right? Aren't you a musician though?
I play saxophone.
What else you play?
Oh, since you're talking like that, I play saxophone, play guitar a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning. To the real guitarists out there, don't get offended. I'm attempting.
Yeah. The man is smart, y'all. I love him. So he's the artsy one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me, I'm gonna tell y'all about me. I'm 24 years old. Let me see. Y'all know I'm a grad student right now. What do I do for work? I'm a human resource professional. I work from home.
Mm-hmm.
But as y'all know, if y'all been watching, I recently got laid off. So right now, I'm just trusting God. We're gonna see where life takes us. So right now, I'm focusing 100% on school. And if another career opportunity comes along, and it's God sent, I'm gonna take advantage of it. So that's kind of what we're doing right now. What else do y'all want to know about me?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, you asked me a question.
What's a secret hobby they don't know about?
Secret hobby that y'all don't know about? I don't know. I love to sleep. I like to take naps. I don't know if that's a hobby though. It's more like a pastime, I guess.
That's
like,
a hobby.
We can take some naps. Like that's
a hobby.
Is that a love language? Like, can naps be a love language? Because
That's a love language.
we be taking some naps. So I don't know. A hobby. I write music. I don't know if that's like. I don't think that's something I've ever talked about, on a public platform. But
Yeah.
I actually write music. Like oh my Lord, something's in my eyeball. So sorry, but yeah, I write music.
Mm-hmm.
I love to write in general. Like even when I was younger, I always wrote like stories, like creating characters in my head, and I would like write them down in like a bunch of little books and stuff. I still do that as an adult now, just not as often I feel like, but that is something I thoroughly enjoy doing. Writing stories, writing music, like whole songs. So yeah, I don't know if anyone knows that about me, but I actually like do that for fun.
Very good at it too.
I don't know. I don't know what else I do.
Can I plug in a story?
Yeah.
When This is how I found out. I didn't know this, that she writes music and stuff like that. I found this out because I got home early one day, right? And she had her earphones on and she was rapping. She was going hard and like she was just singing and stuff like that. So I walk in, she don't hear me coming in, and then all I hear is, ooh, you know what I mean? Like, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, she going at it. And I'm like, what in the world? What? She can sing like that? And she got her notepad. I'm going to write that down. So on and so on. And then, like, she rapping and so on and so on. I'm like, wow, she is amazing. She's awesome.
Thank you.
One day, y'all are going to get to hear it.
I'm supposed to been drop an album in 2019. So
Yep.
if y'all, for those that know me in real life, I'm sorry. The album has been delayed year after year after year. It's gonna come one day. When it comes, it's gonna be hard. Like, it's gonna be fire. Y'all not even gonna be able to stop playing my music. So yeah, that's what I do in my pastime, y'all. I like to write. I like to draw. Not draw. I like to write. I like to write stories and write music. Yeah, I wish I could draw. Like, draw well, because everybody can draw. Everybody can sing, but everybody can do it well. So yeah, I don't know. That's a little bit about me. I like to laugh and smile and have fun. I'm a very so he's the artsy one. We've been okay, so we got married in 2020. We got married in 2020. Got engaged in 2020, got married 3 months later.
Yeah.
And that one was just us, and then we had our wedding ceremony like a year later, which was in 2021 last year. So it was a vibe. He's the artsy one, the creative, the one with all the grand ideas. Me, I'm more so of like an executor. I am a very direct person. I don't like to beat around the mulberry bush. Like, you give me your vision, you tell me what you need done, and I'm gonna carry it out my way, if that makes sense. So it's an interesting combination, because he's like, when he speaks and the way in which he talks around the mulberry bush and all around the garden, all around fig trees, because he's like, you know, these long stories and soliloquies and all this stuff that, like, I'd be like, what are you talking about? What's the point? Can you get to the main point? So I know what my next move is. So it's a very interesting dynamic, I think, we have.
It is.
It's hilarious. So how has married life been for you? Well, first of all, why did you get married?
Why did I get married?
Why did you get married?
God told me to.
Wait, what age did we get married? We got married at what, 22? We got married at 21.
23.
No.
22. We were 22.
Married
22.
at 22. Yeah.
22.
Someone said
22.
we got married young, but
22 or 21, either or.
one of those. Time passes. Time flies. Why did you get married?
God told me to. God told me to. I knew she was the one. I knew she. You know what? Do you really want me to answer that? How I knew you was the one?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna have to really tell it.
Tell her.
Okay.
You're transparent and real.
We're on our first date ever, right? I think y'all already know this story.
YouTube doesn't. Like, YouTube family don't.
YouTube family don't. Well, on our first date ever, right? Beautiful date, everything, and so on and so on. It's just been awesome, magnificent, dancing, eating, walk on the beach, the whole nine. And this lady prophesies to me.
What does prophesy mean for, like, those that don't know what that means?
Prophesy. Shoot, how do I say it? Pretty much like
gave you a word from the Lord, or
a word from the Lord.
Spoke life into you.
Spoke life into me. Word from the Lord spoke life into me. Just something that touched your soul.
What happened? What happened? What was said?
This is what happened, right? When she met me, I was at a crossroads. That's the best way I can say it, right? I was at a crossroads. I wasn't sure if I was going left or if I was going right. Oh, thank you, beautiful. I wasn't sure if I was going left or right, but I was going somewhere.
Yeah.
And, you know, I see this beautiful, I mean, I've known her since like middle school or whatever. Yeah. But like, I see this beautiful lady, you know, ask out on a date, we're going on a date, all beautiful and stuff. Now, on that night, I always felt invisible like my entire life. Like, nobody saw me. I just didn't exist to anybody, you know what I mean? And like, it was weird, but it felt like for the first time in my life, somebody saw me, right? So she looked me deep in the eye, and it scared the heck out of me, because I'm like, whoa, somebody looking dead at me, like in the eye. But like, if y'all get what I'm saying, y'all can get what I'm saying. But if y'all don't, you know. but read between the lines. She was like staring into my soul, kind of, not in a weird way, like in a, like, whoa, like, wow. Cute. Wait, not weird. Like.
You're over-explaining.
Yeah. So, anyway, I'm at this little crossroads. That's the best way I could say it. And then, she just grabs my hand, tells me, she had a great time in the day. And then she spoke to me like nobody else has spoke to me before, right? She was like, grab my hands, and then she was like, look at these hands. And then, I'm like, huh? I'm like, okay. I look at my hands. And then she was like, these hands have power. They can either build or they can hurt and destroy, right? She was like, with these hands, you can do a lot of great things in this world. And then she was like, use them wisely. And then I was like, man, but like the way she said it, it was speaking to my heart. And then she was like, she touched my mouth. And then she was like, look at your mouth. I was like, okay. And then she was like, your words are powerful, right? You can do a lot of good with your words. You can say a lot of good, right? Or you can say a lot of bad. You can hurt, you can build or destroy. And then she looked at me dead in the eye and she was like, learn how to use your words more wisely. And it was so crazy. But from then on, it touched my heart. And, it took me a while, to straighten up some things. But like in the back of my head, it was always, man, use your words wisely. Use your hands wisely. Be careful what you do. You have potential to do a lot of good or a lot of bad. Make sure you're doing good. And all the time in the back of my head, use your words. Potential. You know what I mean? Ever since then, I was always talking about her. Man, this girl, that I met, this and that. So fast forward, we dating or whatever, and, it's that time. I'm gonna give you the condensed version because, y'all here for the mukbang. So look, during that time, we eventually dated and stuff like that, fall in love. I told her I'm in love with her, and she ain't say it back to me, and my feelings was hurt. And later on, she told me that she in love with me too. She had to make sure she knew whatever. You know what I mean?
I gotta make sure it is.
She had to make sure. Right? She had to make sure. The whole night. So we go on, and what was I talking about? So look, we go on. And then it's that time, I already know I'm in love with her. We've been dating for a long time. We've been in a relationship for a long time. I already knew she was the one long before I ever proposed. You know what I mean?
How'd you know?
How did I know?
Because I feel like a lot of times, I feel like y'all, as men, as guys, y'all know.
Yeah.
Like, man, I knew you was the one. I knew, but
how?
As a lady, we would like to hear, how did you know? Man, I felt this feeling, or when you did this, that's how I knew. So how did you know? What made you feel that assurance within?
I see what you're saying. I got into a car accident, right?
That's not funny, but I remember that night so vividly.
On one of those long nights or whatever. And with me driving my wrecked car, right, from the car accident, right, the first place out of all the places I could have went was her crib.
Not the hospital.
Not the hospital. Not home, not nowhere, but to her crib. And as soon as I came out, and I called her, look, told her what happened. She came outside, took me in the house, left the busted up car outside. And then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm in love with this lady. She's the one. From that day on, I knew I was going to marry her. I knew I was going to marry him.
I was so mad at this man, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you in here? We need to get you to the hospital.
Yeah.
Bumper down here falling off. It's a huge dent in the car.
Yeah. But that's how I knew. So that's a little extreme. But the fact that I went to her and not the hospital spoke something to me, and I was like, okay, yeah, I think I'm in love with this girl because she was a piece to me. And I think what men want is peace. I mean, everybody wants peace, right? But I feel like sometimes a woman can be a man's peace, and a man can be a woman's protection, a woman's safety. You know what I mean? And she brought so much peace to my heart. You know what I mean? So much peace to my life, so much joy to my life, happiness to my life. You know what I mean? Everything has fruit. Everything, Bible says taste and see that it's good. You know what I mean? So everything got fruit to it. You're going to be able to see the results of something. And with hers, all the results is nothing but joy, peace, happiness, laughter. She's my best friend. That was important. That happened long before we became best friends. And, so take all that together and the fact that I fell in love with her. And then, I really realized, man, I can't live without this woman. I really want to marry her and take that step. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then I took that step. I proposed to her right in our home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother story.
That's
Crazy
a whole nother story.
That's a whole nother experience story. But yeah, like, I think I can remember, like, going back in time, like, our story, I definitely think is one of those times that we have to carve out time and really sit down and really tell y'all line by line, rule by rule, how our story happened. You know what I mean? Because it's some major stuff in there that occurred that really, I think, was pivotal in our relationship and kind of really put our relationship to the test and our friendship to the test.
Multiple times.
One thing, like, I tell him all the time, and he be like, man, baby, like, you my girl, like, I want to be your friend. And I'm like, you got to understand my heart, like, above all else, like, when you make me mad and I want to be in the same room with you, I still want to be in the same room with my friend. You know what I mean? I still want to laugh with my friend because
that's true. That's big.
All this stuff fades away. People can fall in and out of love and they go through different phases. Maybe we're not as attracted to one another as we were. And that's not the case for us, you know what I mean, at all. But, there are some people who go through those stages. It's
on fire.
I don't know. That's really good. I want to give that spot a try.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. But above all else, like, this is my friend. Yeah. At baseline value, like, when something happened, I'm like, bruh. I almost be like, girl, you was not gonna believe this. And he don't say nothing, he just be listening, but like, that's my friend. That is my friend, my best friend, one who I can bounce ideas off of. And we have this thing where if, let's say I'm going through something and I kind of like, he's my husband, my best friend, my friend, like my partner, my laughing buddy, my movie person to go to the movies with. So let's say like, man, I don't need advice from my husband right now. I don't need a response from my husband. I need advice from my best friend. I just need a non-judgmental space, a non-husband response. So I'd be like, babe, like, I just need to talk to my best friend right now. And I tell him about it. Look, this was going on. This what it is, what it ain't. Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. He like, man, what? Man, so what you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
You know what I mean? But like, it's like multiple safe spaces, if that makes sense. Like, I think that's like so fire. And it's like, I definitely don't think that any relationship is perfect at all. Like, our relationship isn't perfect by a long shot, because if we were perfect, that would mean we darn near up there with Jesus and them, and we nowhere close to that. But I really
nowhere close.
Love how we work through things, how our communication's gotten so much better. Like, in the beginning, it was not like this. Let me tell you, boy, it was not this. It wasn't peaches and cream. You know what I mean? It's off rip. People from two different backgrounds, two different upbringings, two different belief systems and moral systems trying to coexist under one roof and come together to find common ground. That is like so difficult at baseline value. Yeah. And you're young and you're trying to figure out yourself and what you believe and like really who you are. You're experiencing, growing out of friends, growing into like different friend groups. Yeah. You're experiencing coming from out under the umbrella from your parents, from your mom, your dad. You're experiencing the shifting of responsibilities from this to now this to bills to credit to, X, Y, and Z. So like all the while that's going on and you're probably just now, you're either still in college or, maybe you're working a full-time job, you're dating, like, all these things, you're trying to figure this stuff out while trying to figure out the person, while you're trying to figure out each other, figuring out life together. And it's like, that's not an easy thing to do at all. And I don't think that like there ever will be a point in time where there's perfection reached, because people change every day. Like the person that I am, the person that he is today is not going to be, I pray it's not the same person 5 years from now, because there's evolution, there's change, there's growth. There's, man, well, I used to believe that bananas was the best fruit, but now I think that oranges is the best fruit. So now you're like, what? You like oranges? I used to hate oranges. So it's like you're a person, you grow with your person. And that's something I pray for. I'm like, man, God, I want somebody I can grow with. We can experience life together and figure it out. And that's what we've been doing, figuring it out. It's not easy all the time, for sure. Yeah. But I love it because it's cool. Like, at the end of the day, it's kind of like, you ain't leaving. Like, we're not going nowhere. So there's this story, right? We was at like this Japan sushi house, kind of similar to like the restaurant we're eating from today. And, you know, we're at the table and we're seated with like other people or whatever. And there was this young lady. She's like, so are y'all a couple? I'm like, yes, ma'am. She's like, OMG, like, are y'all together? Like, are y'all dating? I was like, oh, we're married. She's like, married? I was like, yes, ma'am. Oh my gosh, how long y'all been married? What's your story? So I tell her, and she's like, how's married life? And you know me, like, I'm just me. How I think is weird. So I'm like, yeah, it's like jail. It's like a fun prison. It's like a fun prison that you can't leave.
That's exactly what she said.
I said, the food is bomb. The food is amazing. Chef's kiss. She's like prison? I was like, yeah, like a fun prison. You can never leave. You got life, but like, you're having fun every day. Like, you can go to
exactly what she said.
A different section of the prison every day. And Coach looking at me like, so you think it's a prison? Like, and I'm like, no. Like, it's a good prison. Like,
she made a nice, kind, fun prison that she wants.
You know? Like, because I feel like, to me, it's kind of like marriage is one of those things where I really do believe that it's a lifelong commitment. You know what I mean? Unless it's like, for me, I understand, like, some people's like, you can do whatever under the sun, I'm never gonna leave. No, I mean, if you cheat on me, that's gonna be a problem. Yeah, you have to take up with God. You know what I mean?
I think you're more likely to cheat.
What in the? I don't know why.
Mic drop.
We've had this conversation before. You know what I mean? Because I check out, and be like, so you know, you're not gonna cheat on me, are you? He'd be like, you probably will. It's like, where do you get that from? It's so crazy.
The reason being is she's so sneaky. She can be sneaky. No, I don't mean that. You're sneaky. You're more sneaky than me. Like,
no, I feel like sneaky implies like purposeful intent to hide something.
No, that's not what I mean. Not like that.
Do you mean like just? What do you mean?
This is what I mean.
Give me an example.
When I'm trying to do a surprise, right? It's almost impossible to surprise this woman.
Tell them why. You can't hold why.
Because I end up telling her the surprise before
and
the
I
surprise
don't ask for information. I don't ask. So babe,
because
guess what?
This is my best friend. I can't wait to tell her about what I'm doing for her.
So that makes me sneaky?
No. That makes me opposite. I can't do it.
Oh, because you'll get caught.
Like, I get caught every time.
Okay.
Her, on the other hand, she'll be planning something for me, right? Planning something.
I can hold some water.
I won't even know anything is happening until it's happening. She done orchestrated a party. Everybody I know is there. This and that. So and so. And she done moved in. Did all of this. Had my presents in the closet the entire time. And I don't even know. Until like, boom, surprise. And I'm like, you sneaky person. So I'm like, if I was cheating, I would suck at hiding it. Whereas in her, if she did it, I would never know.
That's okay. I see what you mean.
So that's why I'm like, if anybody's able to do it, even though we won't.
Oh well. Y'all, that's crazy. Okay, here's a question. Do you feel like we got married too young? Do you feel like we should have waited? Because we got married at 22, maybe 21? Yeah. 22. So do you feel like we got married too young, or do you feel like maybe we should have waited?
Should have got married sooner, save me some heartache.
What do you mean?
Oh, man.
What do you mean?
No, we didn't get married too young at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have got married sooner.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, like, you're always going to be my person. You're always gonna be my sweet thing.
So when you say save heart, you mean like get the hard stuff over with quicker, kind of?
Yeah. But like, no, I don't think we're married too young at all. So like, a lot of people say that. It depends on what you want, right? Like if you want a full, well, first of all, you're never gonna find the perfect person. But, you know, if you want somebody who's a little more developed, you know, you might want to hold off and when you're going to get married. You know, you might want to wait till you're in your 30s because the people that you're going to be, the people you're going to be dating in your 30s, the gentleman you're going to be dating in your 30s may have this stuff a little more together. You know what I mean? Maybe 35, 40, you know. But, you know, you can't get 40-year-old results on 18-year-old person. You can't get, you know, you can, but, you know.
It's almost like an unrealistic expectation. And not to say that, we're not saying that 40-year-olds are just automatically mature or 30-year-olds are automatically 10 times more mature. That's not the case.
Not at all.
You know, because there's some quite very immature 30-plus-year-olds that I can name right now.
Yeah.
But it's more so like if
that wasn't shade, y'all.
No, it means what we're trying to say is that you know, no, I don't think that we got married too young. I think that first of all, everybody's journey is different. There's some people who I know that started dating, you know, got engaged, getting married to 7+ years later, and like their marriage is still very strong. There's some people who waited and divorced the same year. Like, you know what I mean? There's some people who met one day, moved in 3 months later, had a baby, got married, and they're still married, got 5+ kids, and they're on like year 15. So I don't. Everybody's journey is different. Our journey, we're not saying like, yeah, just get married. Like, we sought God.
No,
God was always at the head of our own lives. He's in us, and like that was always our end goal. And like, so whenever I felt like he was getting on my nerves or we beefing, I'm not going to Susie and I'm not going to Jim Bob and whatever. I'm going to God, and I'm gonna tell my God about what stuff you're doing, and He does the same thing. And so God is always the middle ground, which like, I don't want to say puts us steps ahead of like the typical person, but you know, there's an intent there. Like I was dating to marry. I'm not about to be out here willy-nilly wasting my time. God, Lord, send me my person, Lord. God, if it's in your will. And it just so happened that, you know, my first very serious partner, and my first when I say partner, I mean like, you know, boyfriend, whatever. My first very serious partner was my husband. So I don't really have to waste too much time or go through too much heartache or whatever hassle as, you know, the other person. But go back to what we're saying about the 40-year-olds. It can be unrealistic sometimes if you're like 21, 22, and you're expecting your partner to have the maturity and longevity of a person that's experienced life and that has learned from their mistakes and has matured mentally and has a deeper understanding of himself or herself or whatever, expecting that in a 22-year-old, and they just pretty much just not getting on their own for real. If they're still in college, they're not on their own yet. So it's like,
not yet, right?
It can be unrealistic to expect like you know how to be a husband, you know how to be a wife, or you know how to do this.
And it's a lot of weight on women too.
It is a lot of weight on women. It's a lot of weight on men as well, and that was like a big thing for us. You know what I mean? Because like for me, like we had 2 different upbringings, so
very different.
Things that he's more apt in, you know, I'm weak in. Things that I'm really strong in, he's not as strong in, and so it works out good for us, you know, where we mesh together very well. But like, for example, like 21, I moved out. I had my first apartment. You know, shout out to Shannon and Johnny because there was my upstairs neighbor, you know, whatever. So, and twin and them. So, you know, I had my own apartment. I was working full time. I had been supporting myself since my very first job. Like, I did not want to ask my parents for any money. I was paying all my bills myself, like whatever the case may be. So when it came to finances and money and the concept of credit and you know, bills and times and you know, due dates and stuff like that, that was something I had a huge upper hand on at 21. And also because like when I was younger, I would help my mom make grocery lists and do the shopping. So that was something I was already exposed to. So I was more mature in that area. And so when I met my husband, you know, he didn't really have the opportunity to kind of venture out on his own and establish first before coming together. So when it came to finances and money, he didn't quite grasp like certain things until, you know, later on, but where he wasn't as strong as I was really strong, and so we, you know, we made it work. So yeah, that's what. And then like he was really good with like knowing where to go and exploring and stuff like that. Like I'm down for anything. I'm always the type of person like, oh, you're trying to drive to New York tonight? Okay, let's go. Like,
let's do it.
I'm down for anything, but I had never really had the opportunity to really venture out and have fun and explore because I just had so many responsibilities and things that I was taking care of. So he always knew the spots where to go. Hey, you trying to go do this and you trying to go do that? He was always very confident. And so where I lacked severe confidence and self-esteem, he had that and helped bring mine up to a place where now I'm helping to build my own. And his compliments and his encouragement is simply like the cherry on top and not the meat, if that makes sense. So, you know, yeah. Yeah, anything to add?
We grew together.
Yeah, majorly.
That's why I'm so thankful that we did get married young, so that we can grow together. I mean, that's really what I meant by like it depends on what you want, you know.
Yeah.
Because I wanted somebody I could grow with, and she wanted somebody she could grow with too, and a life partner, companion. So like, I mean, I'm learning how to grow deeper in love while growing with her. You know what I mean? She's learning how to grow deeper in love while growing with me. You know, there's some stuff she gives me grace for. You know what I mean? There's some stuff that she learns how to love me through. Stuff that, you know, I'm still learning how to love me through too. And that's stuff I learned how to love her through. You know what I mean? But like, it just increases and builds character. It builds a person up when you're really with somebody you're meant to be with. You know what I mean? And like y'all are really growing together, y'all gonna get on each other's nerves from time to time. Y'all gonna get irritated from time to time. Y'all gonna get those happy moments all the time, of course. But like growing and like, man, learning to love another human being that you're stuck with. You can't go in a way, in a good way, in a way that in a way that like
through all their phases. Especially because look, while she's figuring out, do I like this about myself? Do I want to be this type of person? Do I want to dress this way? While I'm figuring out, do I like dressing this way? Am I a gamer? Do I like playing video games? Or do I like guns? Or do I like this? Or do I like reading books? Or do I like that? You know what I mean? Like, man, at y'all age, if y'all anywhere under 25, y'all don't know. You think you know, but you really don't know. You know what I mean? You don't know. And like, until you experience stuff, like, I feel like you can read all this stuff in a book and, you know, take advice, which is good. Me, I grew up like, you don't got to tell me twice. Like, you tell me one good time, I'm going to learn from you because I ain't trying to, you know what I mean, do whatever. So there are some things that you can grasp from listening and being mentored and seeing and you know, you see in an episode or you read about it. There's also some things that you don't quite grasp the full understanding until it's your story, until you're in real time loving your partner through sickness and in health, through the good days and through the bad days, through anxiety, through depression, through suicidal ideation, through being unemployed, through being laid off, through being fired, through being poor, through scraping up all
having money, balling out too.
Through, you know, through major wins, through major promotions.
So our first time getting a bunch of groceries together.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I remember that. That was
times, bro. Like we was like pinching quarters and pennies. Like how we gonna eat?
Like, I got $4 on it. We can go to McDonald's.
And I'm like, look, I got $3 in quarters. How about this? We get and then they mistakenly gave us one McChicken, an extra McChicken, and that's like, whoa, we got an extra McChicken.
Oh my gosh, there was one time. This was back at my first apartment, Hussey Court, and we were scraping together some stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
God always made a way.
He always made a way. Never went hungry.
We never went hungry. But we went to McDonald's. You know, got two McChickens and 2 small fries and an extra mayo. We got our bag. I know we drove off or whatever, and I'm like, let me check the bag. And then something happened. We didn't check it till we got home. And, you know, came in the house, took our shoes off, washed our face and hands, opened his bag. It was like 10 McChickens, y'all.
Yeah.
We was like, we done hit a stage.
We done hit a stage.
We hit McDonald's.
Hey, look,
like,
we're going to eat these tonight, these tomorrow.
For breakfast, okay, this is going to be your lunch. This is going to be what so, like, those moments, like, you look back on those things, you're like, man, God. So now our conversations are, okay, do you want steak or do you want sushi? And that is such a blessing. But
we eat the sushi.
Growing through that, like growing with each other and really committing, like really through sickness and in health, through the good days with major wins, when life is peachy, y'all got everything that you need, to not having everything that you feel like you need, and really that stress and trying to make this happen, that happen, and you know, keeping your business, and carrying that weight, and you know, you're stressed out, but you're trying not to be stressed out in front of him, but he's stressed out, trying to be stressed out in front of me. So like those things, like, man, it's a beautiful sight, just growing together with someone. Not saying that you should just accept everything, because there are some things that are just non-negotiable.
Oh yeah, plenty.
And you guys know what that is. But when you find a person, their heart is pure, and your heart is
truly
pure,
love you.
They love God, they love you, and they're generally trying their best to love you in the best example possible, the best way possible. That's beautiful. And I can say every day won't be sunshine. Every day is gonna be sunshine and beautiful and kisses, and we're gonna stay in the honeymoon stage forever. Which there should always be some level of honeymoon stage for the entire duration of your relationship. Even if you don't feel it. There's sometimes when he done made me mad, but I'm like, I see something at the top, like, oh, he would love this. I still get it though. I still get it. I put on the counter. I'm like, you know what? I don't even say he'll see it. You know, he'll be like, thanks, babe. I'm like, you're welcome. You're welcome.
That time she makes me mad, and like, I can't help but love on her even when I'm mad at her.
I know, bro. It's just the craziest.
I'd be
like, you poisonous food.
Yeah, this literally happened like a week ago.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it was, I don't remember. Some got me so upset with her, right?
I knew he was mad too.
Yeah. And
he
you know,
me. He's like, I'm upset with you, baby.
I'm upset with you.
I'm sorry.
And, you know, I'm washing dishes, whatever, so on and so on, and you know, I grab a little bite to eat. I'm like, man, you know, I don't want her to be hungry, so I cook her up a little some, so and so on, and you know, I see her over there. I'm like, oh, I'm upset with her, but like, man, she look pretty cute over there, so and so. But like, you know, I'm upset with her. I'm like, man, you know, she gotta eat. You know, I bring her some food. I'm like, here you go. Hope it tastes really delicious. Like, whole time, like we just had a thing. I was upset with her, but here you go, sweetheart.
In spite of
yourself.
Like, that's really what true love is. And I can remember, like, not too long ago, we're going to wrap this video up, y'all. So I hope y'all enjoying it. You know, this mukbang, we just vibing out with y'all. You know, we're young. Like, we're both 24 years old. We be feeling old sometimes. We be feeling really old. Like, we should know everything and we should have these things figured out. But in reality, your 20s is really your first, 20 years old is like your first, like, bout of real true adulthood. So 21, you're 1 year old. 22, you're 2 years old. So it's like, that's kind of, someone told me that example, and it helped me like feel so much more better about being 24 years old and feeling like, man, we don't have a house yet. We haven't bought a house yet. Maybe should we buy a house? Like, man, should we do this? Should I be doing that? Man, I should be this far along, whatever. Yeah. Just go at your own pace. Everybody's journey is different. There's so many different, you know, races to run. There's so many different train tracks because everybody's on a different train, but you all get to the same destination. And so if everybody arrived at the same time, it would be chaos. It would be crazy.
Oh yeah.
Everybody arrives divinely when they're supposed to. So just trust the process. But this last example I'm gonna give, or like this kind of story I'm gonna give, this happened like last year, I think sometime ago. I don't quite remember, but me and Kosi were like so mad at each other. Like we were at heads with each other, you know, but nobody would ever know it because we were very private. Like we've been real open and honest with y'all. Really open and honest. This is only gonna get this on this channel.
Take a seat. You want a plate?
Welcome to the club. You know what I mean? Get into it. You feel me? So we're very private people. In real life, those that know us, unless you're someone who we seek mentorship from, or someone like we're like, look, you know, this is what I'm going through. What do you advise? How do I handle the situation? Which is very few people, if any, but we're very private people, so we don't share a whole lot of stuff ever. We go to God about it. Yeah. And that's what you should do as well if you're in a relationship. But now I love y'all. This is Michaela Deshawn, along with
Marco Sazile.
We are here. Thank y'all for watching our mukbang. I love y'all. Hope you consider subscribing. I hope that you consider subscribing. Let us know if you want to see more, you know, videos like this. You know, more like maybe like a series from a young married couple, married at 22, and experiencing life, doing it. It's just us and our puppy. So we just be vibing out. So we love y'all. I really appreciate y'all, all y'all support. We hit over 200 subscribers, y'all.
200,000.
Almost.
Get it.
One day soon. We hit over 200 subscribers, y'all. So I just want to thank y'all for watching my videos, for subscribing, for sharing my posts, for sharing my videos, for recommending my page, for shouting me out. It really means the world to me because overall, I just want to spread love. I want to spread positivity. I want to build a safe place and a safe platform for you to be able to, for you to share your stories, for you to feel encouraged. If you're having a sucky day, you can come to this channel and I promise you'll leave here with a smile on your face. You need some advice about something. You need to learn how not to procrastinate. You need some tips around school. You need to feel encouraged because you feel stuck in life. Maybe this is a place for you. You just need some everyday content and some type of vlogs. Just see how, young married people live. We just out here doing our thing. This is a place for you. So if you're trying to find your place in life, you don't really know what to expect, this is a place for you. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for 200 subscribers. I appreciate y'all are so dope. We're gonna be at 1,000 subscribers in no time. So I know these videos are really long, but I really hope y'all thoroughly enjoyed it because we was really open and honest and transparent with y'all. So if y'all want more content like this, let us know.